so good to me. Yeah, I like it. I love it. It feels good to me.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Y'all didn't think we were going to make it, and here we are. Happy Friday. Welcome to LoveBabz, LoveTalk. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy, and I am delighted to be here and delighted to see y'all. Happy Good Friday for those who are Christian. Happy Good Friday. I hope you are well and in good spirits as you walk into this very holy weekend. And some of y'all are going to church on Sunday, Easter Sunday. I am going to brunch. I'm going to brunch on Easter Sunday, and then I got work to do. I got lots and lots of work to do. Like lots. So I'm gonna do some work this weekend and catch myself, not so much catch myself up, but just work. You know, I've got work to do. So I'm just gonna do that work. And that should be that, you know. So how's everybody doing? I know there's a lot going on in the world. And it was nice to have Anru on yesterday, talking about his trip to Nigeria and talking about his faith journey, and you know, and how we should work on being the people that we are in this moment. So I cannot complain about that. I can't complain. I won't complain. So, you know. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see what is going on in the world. Let's see. I have pulled up the Independent, but I think this has just been up. Oh Lord. You know, I'm always doing the most. Let me see what's going on in the inner city first. And then I'll swing back over to the Independent. You know, I want to see what's on the cover of the Reverend Grubbs gets her corner. And so that's very nice. Happy birthday, Serafina. And congratulations on your new bundle of joy, a baby boy. Although, you know, I was hoping that the baby would come on my birthday. That's what I was waiting for. I was hoping that the baby would be a May baby, but I'm going to love this baby anyway because the baby arrived. Happy birthday to my friends. Happy birthday, Ken Tulo out there in California. And I keep up with Ken's birthday because his birthday is like right after my sister's birthday. And happy birthday to my sister Lo, which was the 16th. So there's a lot of birthdays today. Which is really nice. And lots of people I know. Happy birthday, Monica Jack out there. And I believe she's in Texas. Serafina, happy birthday. Ken Tulo, happy birthday. And Gayleen Vasilopoulos, happy birthday. She's from my church family. I follow her husband on Facebook. So happy birthday to all the folks. Yesterday was 2 days ago was Chris Peak, who this birthday came up in my feed, which was nice because he used to work for the Independent. I don't know where he is now. I think he's stopping around in New York somewhere. Chris Randall's birthday is the same day as my sister. Tracy, Greg's wife Thompson, her birthday was the 16th. Of course, my sister, Naja Josie, was the 15th. She's the one that designed and made my 60th birthday gift dress. And I posted it up. People thought it was my birthday. It was my birthday, but I wanted to celebrate the dress. on. So I highlighted the dress. So that was nice. So yeah, so happy birthday to all the peoples, all you April babies. And then my son is at the very end of the month. He's like the 27th, I believe. No, he's just wild. My sons are just doing their own thing. Yeah, they just doing their own thing. So, I'm just gonna well, Anissa is doing uh a talk about her book, The Alchemy of Us. She's doing it April 24th from 6 to 7:30 at the New Haven Public Library in the community room. The main library. So that's the Ives Library downtown, you know. So, uh, and I was just thinking about her the other day. So this will be good. This will be good. Uh, this would have been good. This will be good. So if you're around and you want to hear Anissa, Dr. Ramirez speak on her book, The Alchemy of Us, it's a great book. Then go see her. Thursday, April 24th from 6 to 7:30. So that will be worth your time. Worth your time. I won't be able to make it. I'll be at the Total Joy Is You Autism Celebration at Birchwood's Banquet Hall in Woodbridge. And I'm looking forward to being their MC. And it's going to be a lovely, lovely time. It's going to be a lovely, lovely time. So anyway, good morning. Good morning to you. All right, so let me see what's going on in this computer is another one that gives me agita. It gives me agita. Listen, before it gets away from me, Monday I've got guests. I've got the folks from the play Notes on Killing 7 Oversight Management and Economic Stability Board Members. It's gonna be at the Yale Rep, and I've got the playwright and one of the actors coming on. So I have Mara Velez Melendez. She's a playwright, and she was born and raised in Puerto Rico. And Christine Carmela, she plays Lolita in the play. She is an actress and a writer. So they're going to be on Monday at 9:30 a.m. So I want to know about this play. It's got an engaging title, and it's Puerto Rican. I mean, when do you get to see a Puerto Rican play with Puerto Ricans by Puerto Ricans? So I'm excited. Harry, you might want to you and Karen might want to come into town. The play runs April 25th through May 17th. So you could plan for that, Harry. That's enough time to plan. You got a whole other week before you can even start thinking about it. So you might want to go. You might enjoy this, Harry. A Puerto Rican play by Puerto Ricans. So it's at the Yale Rep, and I can't wait to see it. I'm seeing it. I think I'm seeing it next week. I think I'm seeing it at opening night. I think I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it on the 25th. So no, I'm not. When am I seeing this play? Oh boy, I don't know when I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it at some point. I thought I was seeing it in April, but I might be seeing it. Oh, I'm seeing it May 1st. Thursday, May 1st. I'm seeing it Thursday, May 1st at 8:00. The day before my birthday. And then my birthday is May 2nd. So, Harry, I think I'm taking my birthday off to run the streets. Well, maybe not. Oh, you know why? Because I'm away for Story Week uh, that following week. So I'm away May 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. So I'm away for Story Week. And then I don't have any other time away after that unless I figure out some time away. But, so Story Week, that's where I'm at. So, I do it in March, I do it in May. So I'm excited. And then I'm away in June for Soul Stitch. But that's just I think that's just a long weekend, I think. So anyway, that's the life I lead, you sucker MCs. So anyway, if you've not seen Netflix's The Residents, you really are missing a fun, entertaining uh miniseries with and I posted a piece up. There's a piece up in the inner city. Uzo Adube's character is Cordelia Cup, and the question is asked: is Cordelia on the spectrum? And now that I think about it, I would say so. I would say she is autistic. And that would explain a lot in her approach to things and the way that she is, you know. So I dig it. I feel it. I like it. I like it for a lot of reasons. So just FYI, you know, just FYI. So anyway, if you've not seen The Residents on Netflix, it's one to watch. It's really, really good. It's really good. And Uzo Adube is amazing in it. She's just so quirky, but in a very sophisticated way. So if you have opportunity, tune in. That's a good one. That's a good one. And April is Autism Awareness Month. So of course, in the city, we've got a bunch of pieces on autism. And I did not know that autism affects Black boys in a big way. There's a lot more Black boys with autism than Black girls. So I thought that was an interesting find. Uh, so we've got to post up 15 things everyone should know about autism, because it's Autism Awareness Month. And you don't have to be saying people are touched or special. You can say they're on the spectrum, they have a hint of autism, that kind of thing. Uh, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, the federal government wants to they want to shutter some FEMA offices. And the hardest states are going to be hit are them damn red states. Down there on the Gulf and where the storms are prevalent and the weather is outrageous. What are you gonna do? This president don't give a damn about Americans. I've never seen such a group of people hate Americans in all my days. They hate Americans, but listen, whatever. There's a piece up, Harry. I got a piece up on would you eat a 3D printed steak? And this is a real question because they're making them now. They're making 3D meat, and would you eat one? The food industry is undergoing a radical transformation with technological advancements, bringing once unthinkable innovations to our plates. Among the most talked about trend is 3D printed food, where edible materials such as plant-based protein and cultivated cells are like mushed together, and you come out with uh, 3D printed meat. So listen. So the food. Uh, uh, so what they do is plant-based proteins and cultivated cells from animals, not the animals themselves, but their cells, are layered and shaped using advanced printing technology. While this futuristic concept may sound like science fiction, it is quickly becoming a reality in grocery stores and markets across the United States. Would you eat a 3D steak? I don't know. I would say yes, but not for a decade. Because it'll take a decade for them to like discover that it'll kill you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I would rush to eat one, even though it's plant based in its beginnings. And with made with cells of animals. I'm not sure if I'd be the first one to eat one. I'd have to give it some time. Do you know what I mean? Give it a couple of evolutions. I'm not saying no, because the piece goes on to talk about pasta and snacks. Machines have been used for decades to shape foods like pasta, cereal, and snack puffs. Like they don't come out the wild like that. You have to make the shape. So why not with plant infused with animal cells? I don't know. Meat processing products like hot dogs, plant-based meat alternatives use extrusion techniques to form textures. Hell, when you buy turkey bacon, it's in the shape of bacon. It doesn't come off the turkey like that. It has to be formed. So when you start to make your brain work about all the kinds of foods that are processed in that way, then you could wrap your brain around 3D printed food. I think what people think is like your copier machine, and it's not quite like that. It's not that. So it's interesting. I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to say I'll wait for a couple of evolutions. That's all I'm going to say. Because technology is such, and they got some great. If you go to the inner city site, inner city news, they got that's the article that's up, and they got some really interesting pieces of meat up there that look in texture and look like you know like a steak, like a meat animal product. So I mean they're doing all kinds of stuff. Fish. When you go buy fish in the market, particularly when it's cut up, it's formed. So there's stakeholder foods, and SH meat and SH fish blends, plant-based meat and fish alternatives. So those are set to hit the markets soon. Revo Foods, the filet, inspired by salmon, a 3D printed vegan salmon filet has launched in Europe with anticipated availability in the US. Well, now with these damn tariffs, I don't think we'll get it. But and B Hex's 3D printed desserts. This NASA spinoff creates intricate, customizable desserts with potential retail expansion on the horizon. So if it's good enough for the astronauts, baby, might be good enough for us here on Earth. And Redefined Meats 3D printed steaks. Redefined Meat is another innovative company in the 3D printed meat space, offering plant-based steaks such as beef flank, tenderloin, strip loin, and lamb flank that mimic the texture, taste, and appearance of conventional cuts. Their products, currently available in select restaurants, are expected to hit grocery shelves soon. So this is interesting, because if you're one of these people that don't want to be killing animals for a damn steak, this might this might be and if you're just using the cell of the animals, then no harm, no foul. I mean, really, if you think about this, if you feel some kind of way about killing animals and eating them, uh, then this might be a way for you to go back to having a steak that you so enjoyed before you got conscious and righteous. And that's not a judgment because I don't eat a whole lot of meat no kind of way, but I eat meat. You see what I'm saying? I eat meat. I mean, we've already been introduced to plant-based eggs and plant-based burgers and hot dogs and sausages and all that. So there's an awareness and a market, for these things. So what does this mean for your health? Well, 3D. One of the biggest questions surrounding 3D printed food is its impact on health. Supporters argue that these products are highly customizable, allowing for precise control over nutritional content, including protein, vitamins, and minerals. Additionally, 3D printing could reduce the risk of foodborne illnesses by minimizing human handling and contamination. I love the way they set things up so that you could go, I feel it, because that's the go along, get along stuff. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying put that up there front so you could start churning in your brain. So, however, concerns remain about the long-term effects of consuming engineered foods. Regulatory agencies such as the FDA and the USDA are telling us that all 3D printed foods are safe while they are still evaluating safety standards. And more research is needed to understand how processing affects nutritional integrity. Furthermore, consumers should be mindful of ingredient lists, as some 3D printed foods may contain additives or highly processed components. And I said this, for myself, I have to wait for the evolution of it because they don't know what the effects are when you're eating this stuff. I mean, we've been down this road with a lot of things before. Remember when they were like, oh, have a fat-free diet, and everybody's running to eat fat-free, and then we realized that is bad for your body. And then when they were like, eat carb-free, and everybody was like, oh, I'm not going to eat any rice and pasta. And then we realized, oh, you can't live like that either. That's not good for your health. So anyway, so I would wait for me personally. I would wait to see how it all shakes out. They got to get some studies, but this administration that's in now, do we even have an FDA and a USDA anymore? Have they shut it all down yet? So I wouldn't be eating no new nothing under this administration. Ain't nobody monitoring, ain't nobody checking. They damn sure ain't doing no science and research. So you might want to pause on eating anything that you ain't buy from a farmer's market, because the way this government is set up, it hates Americans. So it is. This Trump administration is trying to kill Americans. And the ones that they can't kill, they're trying to send somewhere where somebody else could kill you. So I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead ass serious. They're not here to. This administration is not here to help you. What they're here to do is to push your ass off the cliff and make room for the Billionaires Boys Club. That's all. Make room for the Billionaires Boys Club. So I would hold off on eating anything that has to come through the FDA or the USDA right now. Wait 4 years until we can right this country in 4 years, because this foolishness. we just have to wait these mofos out. I mean, they will crash and burn everything they can get their hands on, right? They will set fire to everything. They will trash everything. This country, we're gonna all look like we live in the gulag. America's gonna look like Siberia in about a month. The fashion is going to change. We all going to be wearing Kanye's creations. I'm not kidding. Give it by the end of the summer. We're gonna look like Russian wash women in a minute. We're gonna look like peasants. Yeah, and then you'll walk by and see billionaires sitting in restaurants eating, and you'll be on the street with a trash can on fire trying to cook rice, rats and rice. That's the future they have for us. I don't know if you know it or not. So if you got a micro garden or a garden or a container garden, start growing your own stuff, because these next 4 years is going to be hell for y'all. So anyway, safety and labeling concerns of 3D food, printed food. Microbial risk, layered printing can trap bacteria. Strict sanitation is essential. And, now that we don't have an FDA and a USDA, that might be problematic. Material safety, some printing materials may be porous and not food safe. So it's these things you got to be worried about, right? Ingredient transparency, clear labeling as is needed for allergies and dietary needs. And as somebody who suffers a severe dairy allergy, this is critical. And, listen, we don't have good labeling on existing food products. Like no one can tell you what natural flavor is. When you read natural flavor, you think, oh, this can't harm me. But oftentimes in the allergy world that I dwell in, natural flavor could be code for whey, milk protein, dairy kinds of things, or any other nasty thing that they don't want to list. So they throw it under the category of natural flavor. I'm not making this up. You just have to go and look that up. What is natural flavor? And it'll say, well, it could be this, it could be this. It's a way for companies that make food products to get away with putting whatever the hell they want into it without listing what it is. And that's the truth. And ask me how I know, because I've had this dairy allergy for the better part of my adult life. So for 30 some odd years or more, I've been, dealing with this. And legislation just came online, I don't know, in like the last decade about telling you what the ingredients are and things, from soup to nuts and fast food restaurants. They have to put, not just the caloric value of things, but the ingredients, because some of us have severe allergies to things that are life-threatening. And my dairy allergy is life-threatening. So anyway, and nutritional accuracy. Variability in printing requires standardized nutritional labeling. How much damn salt they're going to have to use in this printed meat? How much of the things that are bad for you are they going to have to put in this thing to make it, taste good? Do you know what I mean? Because it's the taste thing. Everybody's a slave to their taste. So is it the future of food? Absolutely. Because at some point, it's going to be not economical for the cattle industry to survive, the pig industry, the chicken industry. I mean, listen, a flu can wipe out millions and millions and millions of chickens. And so what does that do to eggs, or the selling of eggs, bringing eggs to market? So that's a problem. So within the global 3D food printing market, it's expected to grow at a CAGR of 49.9%. I guess that's a CAGR, reaching an estimated 872.4 million by 2028. So the industry shows no signs of slowing down. Of course not, because they're onto it now. Although the way this country is shutting down science exploration, who knows? So as costs decrease and accessibility increases, more grocery stores may stock these futuristic food products, potentially revolutionizing the way we eat. Whether you're excited about the possibilities or skeptical of the hype, one thing is certain: 3D printing food is here. It's here to stay. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying no, I wouldn't eat it. I'm saying I've got to let the evolution happen. It's got to go a few years. And so I might as well say I'll wait out these 4 years while this ninny head is in office and all the ninny heads he's appointed and got passed to head up, the FDA and health and all. Like I don't want to eat nothing under this regime because they're not for the science of things, So I can't have Dumb and Dumber selling me on 3D meat. I mean that with no disrespect. I mean that with all sincerity. So yes, I would, but I'd have to give it some time. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's my point. But y'all know people, the latest thing they want in on it. They want to eat it, they want to taste it, they want to absorb it. People like that. People like that. I know people like that. If I know people like that, people like that. So anyway, that's what it is. Oh yeah, last night I hung out at Possible Futures. I sat in on the Year of X book club, and they read some poetry last night. They were reading a book of poetry last night on Malcolm X. And it was good. It was a good discussion. So I hung out a little bit and wanted to get some of it in. So it was good. It was good. I know book clubs, they want you to read the book before you come to their book club. But I just feel like whoever pops in, they pop in. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't, I didn't weigh in on the book itself. I just weighed in on, when we talk about young people, when we talk about, these folks like a Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, Fred Hammond, all the, they were very young. Kwame Ture, all of them were in their 20s, when they were marching and protesting and all of this stuff. And so it's easy to be critical of the disorganization and the time from adult where you are right now eyes, So I kind of weighed in a little bit on, let's not lose sight of the youth aspect of them taking this on. So, anyway, I was quite interested in their conversation yesterday. It was good, it was good. So anyway, I thought I'd put that out there. Here's another little fun fact if you were interested. If you're following along the how we not at Target, and by we I mean Black folks are not at Target, and we are not at Target. We have stopped shopping at Target. I'm not kidding you. We have stopped shopping, and they are feeling it so much so that they done put in a call to Reverend Al. Are you really going to do it? Are you really going to do it? They're not like us. They're not like us. So anyway, Reverend Al's already up in PepsiCo's face about equity rollback, and he's already like, listen, you want us to stop buying Pepsi? Because we will damn sure stop buying Pepsi. Say something. And this is where the fight has to be now, right? The fight has to be an economic fight. The fight has to be withholding of dollars, which has always been the basis of the fight. The Montgomery boycott was taking away money from the buses. Now, white folks got a lot of damn nerve. They want us to ride the bus, sit in the back, and pay the damn fare. You know what? 2 fingers up, boy, bye. And that boycott went on for a year. I know they were like, them niggas is gonna get on the bus at some point. No, people found ways to get to work. They carpooled, they vans, they walked, they stopped working. I mean, they just figured it out. They just figured it out. And to the point where Montgomery could not sustain, the bus company could not sustain itself on money from white folks. They could not. And so they had to, the economic situation made them take a different stance, and that's really what needs to happen with these companies that are like DEI and DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. Even though people want to put a black face on this, it is white women that has benefited greatly because of these pathways into organizations and corporations and the like. So when I hear Target and a Walmart and all these places say they're going to disband their DEI initiatives, what they're saying is, we don't give a damn about your black ass dollars. We don't care about your products being on our shelves because we don't want your business. That's essentially what they're saying. And so when they say that, they say it without a nod or a look to history. They don't know anything about the black buying power, because to create that kind of suicidal retail plan says you don't know anything about history, you don't know anything about black dollars, you don't know anything about the makeup of this country. And so we can show you better than we can tell you. And so now, listen, black people were spending $5, $6, $7 million a damn day in Target. And I don't know who they think gonna make up that revenue. I don't, because white folks ain't doing it. So you already alienated the gay population. You already said to the gay community, we don't want your pride-ish, because the white folks was in here, the stupid white people were in here complaining about they don't feel like they should be subjected to this lifestyle. A rainbow on a shirt is really upsetting your lifestyle? You clowns. So when I saw them step back from creating safe spaces and for gay people, the trans, lesbian, gay, the whole population of all kinds of folks, when they started moving that stuff out of the way, I thought, okay, here we go. They cave into the mess. I was like, okay, who do you think is shopping in Target? Who you think is buying all that fly stuff in Target? Not them Walmart. They go to Target as an upgrade from Walmart. Not those people, because they get in there and they don't know what to do. They don't have no taste, nothing. So why would you cater to them? So they removed all that stuff. Then they started to remove the Black History Month stuff, because people were feeling some kind of way. And people would actually go in there and say stupid stuff like, oh, why don't they celebrate white history? That's the level of stupidity that we're dealing with. Seriously. People say that stuff all the time. They just they just say that's the why do black people have to have a month? And you just want to, two things you want to do. You want to slap the taste out of white folks, or you want to tap them on the shoulder and just give them the church mama. Don't say that. Just, how you in church with your mama and you getting out of pocket and she purse her lips and give you the look, like, that look. Black people know that look. Some white folks know that look too, because I have white friends who are about it, who's like, what you not going to do? I'm not going to negotiate with you in here. You're going to sit down. I've seen some white folks who know how to deal with their children. A whole lot of y'all don't, but there's some of you that do. So now Target is like, this is hitting us in our bottom line. Oh, the foot traffic is not. Where are they? What you're not going to do is talk to us any kind of way. Tell us you don't want our business by yanking everything out of blackness out of there. And, and then wait, and here's the crazy part. So then they discount all the black stuff, put it relegated to the back of the store. Real insult to injury kind of mess. And then they were like, okay. And, had I had presence of mind, if I wasn't so mad, I would have went in there and bought all that stuff on sale. But I was incensed. So I was like, F Target, I'm not going in there. And even the people, even the entrepreneurs that have their products on their shelves, they were telling people, except that woman, what's her name? Whatever her name is. Is it Tabitha? Tabitha, who, is doing what some black folks do all the time, want to tap dance around, an egregious, as long as her products is on them shelves, she don't want to rock the boat. Whatever, Tabitha, girl, do whatever you got to do. We don't see people like you throughout history. I'm not even mad at her, because everybody ain't about that life. They want what they want for themselves and theirs. They're not interested in the big picture. They're not interested in the history. They're not interested in the collective. All right. There's always been people like that. It will always be people like that. But for the other ones who were like, don't buy my products in Target, I got a whole website. Go to my website and just buy directly from my website. And I thought that was way cool. I was like, no, I'm not going to make a fuss with Target. Target, mark my stuff down. Fine. The stuff is already in there. Have it in there. You want to mark it down, sell it, whatever. But I'm going to go to the streets and tell my people to buy my stuff off my website. Books, oils, whatever the hell it is, hair products. But just buy my stuff off out of there. Come to my website. I got a whole distribution going on. I'll send it to you, whatever. So Target now is like calling Al Sharpton. Al! And I know Al's going to give them a word. He's going to read them for Phil. He's like, why are you calling me? What you calling me for? What you want me to do? You want me to tell black people to march their asses in here? After I done had a buy-in at Costco. So all the people that was at Target, guess what they had? They had Costco, which really is annoying to me because now I can't get into Costco the way I want to. But I get it. Consequences. There's consequences for everything. And Costco been about that life since they opened their doors. They've always paid a livable wage. They always paying people and health benefits and time off and maternity leave and parental leave and all that kind of stuff. They've been like that out the gate. Out the gate. So they were like, come on over here. Come on over here and we'll take your money. So I saw Target, they put out a little ad with what black women are something, listen to black women, or black women are power, or black women are magic, and all the black women eyes just rolled like, what you think we're gonna come in there for a little t-shirt? You think a little black woman on a t-shirt is gonna get us to come in there after you insulted us, after you said we wasn't nothing, after you said our money wasn't welcome, after you said we not welcome? Target, let me tell you something. You had me for your Black History display. I was so happy to see all that merch. And you went a step further. You hired Black designers and college students to create Black History Month product. You did that. And we went and we bought it. I got an Ella Fitzgerald Barbie. I got a Ida B. Wells Barbie that y'all put out. I got all kinds of, I've got Black history stuff. So this was very hurtful to me, the way that y'all carried on. And I don't think you understand what this meant for us to go into a store and in a way that no other store has welcomed us, who said, listen, we got Black design. When you have Black designers in there, we bought out all the stuff. I'm still on a wait list for some pieces that you had black designers put out there. I was mad about it that I couldn't get it. So when you pulled this stunt of let me pull away all the equity and inclusion, what you said to us was we will no longer create pathways for y'all to have access to your product on our shelves and to our customers. That's what you said to us. And then you went one step further and you said, I don't give a damn about how black people feel or the shopping experience for y'all. We're not going to do anything extra to make you feel welcome, to make you feel seen, and to make you feel safe. That's what you said when you took away all your little DEI stuff. So now you want us to come back to what? What is it that you want us to come back to do? You want us to come back in there and shop under Sharia law? Like, what? I'm just trying to understand. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So you got to come better than that. You better make some big donations to the UNCF, United Negro College Fund. You better make some donations to sickle cell research. You you better start throwing cookouts in the parking lot. I mean, you got a long way to go, but because we gone. And I've seen all the latest stuff, the Opal House stuff, the black designer, and all. We see it, and we're like, do this person have a website? Because we're gonna go over there. We see it. So I don't know how you're gonna win us back. I'm not going back. So you could kiss my ass on that one, Target. I don't think I'm going back. I mean, you would have to do some extraordinary something. I don't know what it is. I can't foresee what the extraordinary something is, but it's gonna have to be something. And I don't know what it is. And it's too early to even talk about that because we not messing with you. And you know what? Even if you welcome us back, I don't even know if I could go in there. That's how I feel. I could change. It could change. It could change. You know. So anyway, I'm just saying that. So call Al Sharpton all you want, and Al will take your call. He'll Al will entertain you. He'll listen. He'll entertain you. He might get back to you after the fact, after you give it some thought. Talk to his peoples. Talk to us about it. And be prepared. He's gonna put you on blast. Be prepared. It's not gonna be secretive. Al gonna put you on blast. So just so you know. Just so you know. So anyway, I just thought I'd put that out there. Yesterday I went to the Justice Professionals luncheon, and it was so good. High five to Charlie Grady for holding it down for formerly incarcerated people. And not that usual, give him another chance. He is really celebrating targeted reparations. I don't know, Harry. I don't know what kind of reparations they're going to have to come with, baby. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to have to do at this point because black women are mad about it. Black women are mad, and we are holding down the madness for the gay community too. We holding space for the gay community. The LGBTQ plus community. We holding it down for them too. Because I don't know what kind of fight they leveraging, but we got enough chutzpah to fight for them too. So anyway, so Target, I don't know what you got. Talk to Al if you want to. I mean, Al just gonna put you on blast. and Al busy right now messing with Pepsi. But since you put in a call, we get them all around the table. So anyway, I'm getting ready to take a break, but I just wanted you to know the Justice Professional Luncheon yesterday was amazing. I sat with Tony Walker, State Rep Tony Walker yesterday, and I sat at the table with our police chief. he was interesting. He sent me he gave me his card. He's like, Babz, Chief Carl Jacobson. He's like, Babz, I done been on everybody's show but your show. And everybody's like, why aren't you on Babz show? I was like, Chief, I'm not having you on the show. I want you on the show. So he's like, you got my number. So he's like, here. So I got his number. So he's like, can you just text me, let me know? I want some days. I want to come on your show. Okay, Chief. I got you. I'm gonna call him. So he'll be on the show soon. So I'm gonna go take a break and I'll be back. It's poetry month, so I gotta read some poetry in the next hour. So I'll be right back. Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.